A mission from the International Monetary Fund is currently in Pakistan for a review that could unlock much-needed funds for the South Asian economy. At stake, a tranche of more than $1 billion. Pakistan is facing a string of challenges, and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has given the task to his cabinet of finding ways to steer the country out of crisis. Hira Mustafa reports from Islamabad.
For tens of millions of Pakistanis, buying everyday essentials has become a struggle. What they can afford at markets like this have to be weighed up against other essentials like fuel and clothing. Many wait at stores to buy basic food items at discounted prices, like 68-year-old Yasmin, the sole breadwinner for her family.
उन्होंने 2 बजे ही बंद कर दिया, अब क्या करें? जब यूटिलिटी स्टोर खुलेगा तो हम जाएंगे. अब मैं बूढ़ी हूं, मैं लाइन में कैसे लगूं? मुझे चक्कर आ गए, मैं वापस आ गई. आप बताएं क्या करें?
She says spiraling inflation makes it a struggle to put food on the table.
तो बस अब ये इनसे गुजारिश है कि प्लीज ये महंगाई कम करें. और मैं यहाँ इस्लामाबाद में 15 साल से रह रही हूँ. अब ये है कि महंगाई इतनी ज्यादा हो गई है कि रहना मुश्किल हो गया.
According to the UN, the country's inflation rate stood at nearly 30% at the end of last year, the highest on record. Fueling the crisis is the fact that the government has hiked petroleum and electricity prices repeatedly as external conditions impact global supply. The Pakistani rupee has also depreciated more than 20% in the past year. The economy as a whole contracted in 2023. GDP shrank by 0.5%.
The World Bank says 40% of all Pakistanis now are living below the poverty line, which means they're barely making enough money to make ends meet. And this has forced many to take up a second or even a third job just to stay afloat.
The newly elected Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is under immense pressure from both the public and governing bodies to secure an extension with the International Monetary Fund or the IMF. Mr. Sharif led negotiations with the international lender last year for a $3 billion package that helped Pakistan avert debt default. That loan expires in April, but to secure that bailout, Pakistan agreed to a slew of tough measures, including hiking taxes, energy and fuel prices, and ramping up the central bank's lending rate to 22%.
IMF would like to see expenditures being decreased. And if it produces expensive electricity, it has to recover the cost of those units from consumer, and that's why energy price would go up, both electricity as well as the gas prices. It will have negative impact on day-to-day life, but then government will have to come up with some sort of targeted subsidy mechanism whereby low and low middle income earners they can be protected from the negative impacts of inflation.
Those here in Parliament face a difficult time. Analysts say the measures required by the IMF contribute to inflation, but they could secure a new package that would help stabilize the country's economy. More importantly, without it, Pakistan faces the very real prospect of going bankrupt, making life even more difficult and uncertain for millions of Pakistanis. Hira Mustafa, CNA, Islamabad.